Hello and welcome to my channel, and a particular welcome if you're new here. I'm Des. I'm a nearly 70-year-old woman who loves talking about beauty, fashion and lifestyle. I'm super excited for today's video because it's the first time I've ever had a look at the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. I've never looked at Nordstrom before and I've found some absolute gems. Now, we don't have an equivalent here in the UK, so what I've done is I've picked 5 items from Nordstrom and 5 items from the UK that I think are really good bargains and definitely worth having a look at. So how and why did I pick the items? Well, in the Nordstrom sale, I only picked 4 items and I only picked tops and those with good discounts. And in the UK sales, I picked a mixture of summer and autumn pieces from a range of different brands and retailers. So let's start with Nordstrom. Now, firstly, to say that the sale in Nordstrom starts on the 17th of July for regular shoppers. I believe that Nordstrom has different tiers depending on how much you spent at Nordstrom in the past, probably a bit like Sephora has in the States, which we don't have here in the UK. But for regular shoppers who don't spend regularly in Nordstrom, the sale starts on the 17th of July. Now, the first item that I picked out from the Nordstrom sale is a pink sweater from Treasure and Bond, who are a Nordstrom brand. So why did I pick this out? Well, first of all, I looked at it and thought, gosh, that is such a beautiful colour. It does come in other colours, by the way, but that pink is really something, isn't it? It looks incredibly soft to the touch. Now, it's made from a wool-kissed, not quite sure what wool-kissed means, organic cotton blend in a fit that's easy to wear, layered or on its own. The length of the body for a medium size is 27 inches. It's a crew neck. As you can see, it's got long sleeves and it's got ribbed cuffs. It runs on the slightly large side, and looking at the reviews, that seems to be true. And it's £33 in the UK. This is down from 57. So I really think this would be a great staple. What I liked about it as well is because it's got some cotton in it and not so much wool, it is actually something that you could wear now if you're in a cooler climate. Because to be honest, our summer is so variable here. If I were to buy it, I could definitely be wearing it today because it's only going to be about 21, which I think is around 72 degrees max. So it's not that warm. So that's the pink sweater from Treasure and Bond. The second item that I've chosen from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale is this beautiful cardigan by Madewell. Now, this comes in a variety of colours, but I've put the images up of the antique cream version because, again, it looks so beautiful. It looks so soft to the touch. I think it would be absolutely fantastic for at least 3 of the 4 seasons. It might be too warm for the summer, but it just looks absolutely beautiful and soft to the touch. Now, it says that it's knitted from a soft fuzzy wool blend in a chunky stitch, and it's a kind of a, as they say, a twist on a fisherman's cardigan, and it's got that cable detailing, which I really like. And it says it's 23.5 inches in length for the medium size. It's got a crew neck. It's long sleeved. Now, this is 55% acrylic, 23% wool and 22% polyamide, which again, I quite like because I don't really like wearing 100% wool against my skin. I find it too rough, so I'm happy to wear acrylic. Now, it's down from £98 to £65. So that means you can buy it at £65 or let's say, I don't know, what would that be, about $80 maybe at the moment, or at least when the sale is on, but it's going to go up again by around 30% after the sale. Now, the third piece I've got from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale is a cropped cardigan. Now, this is in black and it's also from Madewell, and I really, again, like the style of it. It looks comfortable. Now, again, it has some wool in it, 30%, but it's got 56% polyamide, 10% alpaca and 4% elastane, which means it'll be a little bit more stretchy. Now, it says on the site that it's made from Madewell's signature Kitten on a Cloud coziest yarn. It's ribbed and boxy, and again, you can layer it over pieces or wear it by itself. It's a V-neck, it's got long sleeves, and price-wise, this was £82.90 and it's down to £54.97. Very good reduction. And right up my alley. It's exactly the sort of cardigan that I would get a lot of wear out of. And again, because it's not fully wool, it won't be itchy, it should be comfortable to wear, and a great layering piece. Now, my fourth piece is also from Madewell. I am a real fan of theirs, even though I've not actually owned any of their pieces, but they are right up my alleys. Now, this is also a crop piece, but it's a sweater, and it's a striped sweater, so of course it's bang on trend. Now this has a really interesting makeup because it's 70% cotton, but it's 20% hemp and 10% silk. Now its length in the body is about 19.5 inches for a medium size. And it's got long sleeves, it's a bit slouchy, it's a crew neck, and I just think it would be a great piece to wear at this time of year because it's not got wool in it, because it's mostly cotton. It's going to be comfortable, it's going to be on trend. Again, you could put a shirt underneath it. I just think it's a beautiful piece. Now this is reduced from £62.42 to £38.28. Now my fifth and final piece from the Nordstrom sale is this beautiful Free People sweater. Now this one, of all the pieces I've just talked about, is the one that I'm really coveting, and it's by Free People. And although we have Free People in the UK, I've looked on the UK site here and you cannot get this sweater. So if I want it, I'm going to have to pay the shipping costs and order it from Nordstrom. Now this is also the priciest of all the items that I've picked out, and in the sale it's £80.72, but it would normally be £123.10. So that's pretty pricey in anybody's book for a sweater, but oh, isn't it beautiful? Now it's a tunic style, as you can see, and it's got that cable texture again, which I really love. The length in the body is 28.5 inches for a size medium. It's a crew neck. It's 86% cotton and 14% acrylic. So again, it'd be great for this time of year. You do have to hand wash this. I think all the other pieces I've talked about you can machine wash, but this one you do have to hand wash. But oh my goodness, isn't it absolutely beautiful? And I think, I mean, it is long in the body, but you could definitely fold it up a bit. So you wouldn't have to wear it hanging down all the time. But I just think it's absolutely stunning. So on to the UK sales. And the first item I've picked out is by Arket, which is a brand I'm very fond of. It's part of the H&M stable. And I really like their style. They do a lot of oversized pieces. The price points are okay. They're kind of mid-priced, I would say, not unlike Madewell perhaps. And the first piece I picked out is this beautiful black and white dress, pure linen, very comfortable looking, and a great summer piece. What they say is it's a buttoned up maxi dress styled with an open collar and long sleeves. It's got wide cuffs and open slits and a yoke at the back. It also has slits at the side seams, but not too high. It's unlined, it's got a relaxed fit, and it's reduced to £62 from £89, so it's 30% off, which I think is quite a good price. Now, the reason I picked it partly is because it is coming, well, it's not the end of the summer, or in the middle of the summer really, but it'd be a great pick if you find that you haven't got enough sort of light summer dresses, but dresses that you can wear to the office or you can wear to go out in the evening. And it's because it's got the long sleeves, you're not going to feel too chilly. And if you really wanted to, you could put something underneath to keep you extra warm, because the climate in the UK is so variable. And it would look great with your Birkenstocks, it would look great with trainers. I just think it's an all-round really useful piece. Now the second item I've picked out is actually by H&M, and it's a linen shirt. And I think this is a great piece because if you didn't buy any linen shirts at the start of the season, or you don't have any, and you see the colours that are available, I mean, look at this stunning pink. It really is absolutely beautiful. And the reduction in price is pretty good because it was, and I think it might have been in their premium range actually, because it was quite a high price. It was £69. It's now down to £41, which actually is really good because I recently bought a linen shirt, a black linen shirt, which I've showcased in a few videos, from a brand called Oysho, which is part of the Zara stable. And I paid £55 for that. I mean, it's a lovely shirt, but I would say, looking at this, it looks, I haven't tried it, but looking at this, it looks like a great fit because it's oversized, and compared to the Uniqlo version, which I didn't find was as oversized as I like, this one really does look great. And it comes in other colours. They're all those sort of bright jewels, which are great for the summer and really worth an inspection, I would say. Now, moving on to my third UK item, and this is from Selfridges, but it's actually the Whistles brand. Now, this is a coat, so I'm deviating from summer here. And I picked this because I think it's an absolutely gorgeous looking coat. If you haven't got a coat for autumn, winter, this should definitely be on your radar. Now, this is 70% wool, 30% polyester, and the lining is 100% polyester. Now, because it's got so much wool in it, it is going to keep you really warm in the winter. And if last winter's anything to go by, and you live in the UK, you'll know how very cold it was. I really love the style of this. I think the double-breasted feature is very attractive. As you can see in the picture, the model styled it with cropped trousers, but to be honest, you could wear it with anything. And the price point is really very good. It was £349 and it's down to £229. So if you're in the market for a winter coat, now is definitely the time to have a look. Now, moving on to one of my favourite brands, Uniqlo, and a sort of summer item really, but the reduction in price was so good I just had to mention it. And it's a striped t-shirt, and it's down from £19.99 to £9.99. I mean, that is pretty good in anybody's book, isn't it? And if you find that you need a t-shirt, and maybe you didn't follow the herd and buy a striped t-shirt this year or last year, then this one should really be up your alley. It's 100% cotton, it's oversized, and it's got a generous cut. It also says it's a non-cling design, which I'm not sure I understand what that means, but that's all to the good. And I do think Uniqlo are a great brand. They actually have a Find My Size tool on their website, which is really worth trying out. And you might want to try it out for this next and final item, which is a Uniqlo coat. Now, I actually own this coat because I bought it last year when it was full price. But honestly, it was one of the best buys I have ever made. Now, it's this fantastic oversized semi-down coat, and it's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. And it kept me so warm and dry over the winter months. It was absolutely fantastic. But it's been reduced down from £179 to £149. And honestly, if we are going to experience another winter like we did last year or earlier this year, then this is the coat for you. And not only because it kept me warm, but also because it had the hood. Now, my hair is an absolute nightmare if it gets anywhere near any moisture and any dampness, because it just goes so frizzy. So being able to wear the hood as well, and actually the hood, of all the hooded items I've ever had, this one is the most attractive because I usually find I look like a complete prat. Now, one of the things I found particularly attractive about it is it's not quilted, because I was so fed up with looking like a Michelin man wearing quilted coats, warm though they are. And what I love about this, as I say, it isn't quilted, and yet it's got that down, it's got that warmth and that coziness that's going to keep you warm and toasty when it's really horrible weather outside. And on the description of the coat, it talks about having a 3-dimensional construction on the sleeves to make it easier to move your arms, because you know what it's like when you're wearing particularly those quilted padded jackets. It's really quite difficult to do anything with them, but in this jacket it isn't. So there you have it. That is a Brit's take on the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale 2023, with some UK sale items thrown in for good measure. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, I'd be so grateful if you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and do leave me a comment below. Let me know whether, first of all, this sort of video was interesting to you. Did you find it helpful at all? As a Brit, I guess I have a different perspective on the Nordstrom sale. I've never actually been to a Nordstrom, even though I have been to the US, but not lately. And I'd be really interested to know your thoughts. Is Madewell one of your favourite brands? What about Free People? As I say, I've been into some of the stores here, not actually bought anything, but we don't seem to have the same selection that you do over there. And what do you think about my British selections? I do tend to stick to the same brands, and I do buy from Whistles, Arket and Uniqlo, but I'm open to other brands as well, and I'd love to know your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.